What's up, guys? Mickle here, and if you thought this case was going bad for the SEC, you guys have not seen anything yet. In this video, we're going to be going over Ripple's latest filing to the court, where they object to the SEC once again trying to not hand over the Bill Hinman Ethereum Free Pass emails. Guys, Ripple brought the fire in this filing. They absolutely destroyed the SEC and actually exposed something massive that really shows the SEC has absolutely no chance going forward in this case. Guys, in this video, we're going to go over all the most important parts of this filing. I'm going to show you what all the different lawyers on Twitter are saying about it, and most importantly, we're going to take a look at a tweet from attorney Fred where he really breaks down when we can expect Judge Torres to make a determination on whether or not the SEC will have to hand over these emails once and for all. Guys, you are definitely going to want to watch this whole thing. We have so much to go over. At the end of this video, I also want to give you guys a little taste of my own personal conspiracy theory around this case. Guys, the more I watch this thing play out, the harder it is for me not to believe this whole thing is a show. Guys, make sure to stick around till the end of the video to see that. You are not going to want to miss it. Like always, if you guys are new to this channel or come here all the time, please take a second to hit the like and subscribe button down below. It goes such a long way in helping this channel grow, and it really does mean so much to me. If you guys are ever looking for a good place to buy some XRP, make sure to check out the link in the description below. With that said though, let's jump right into it, and I hope you guys enjoy the content. Real quick, guys, MOO-MOO's running a special promotion this month where if you sign up using my link in the description and deposit just $1, you will win 7 free stocks. Each one of these stocks could be worth up to $1,000, so make sure to check that out if you want some free stocks. So guys, let's start off by going over a couple of my favorite lines from the Ripple legal team. And guys, let me tell you right now, there was a lot of awesome lines out of the Ripple lawyers in this filing, but I'm going to show you guys some of my personal favorites, and you guys are going to realize that Ripple did not hold back at all in this thing. They fully came out to roast the SEC, and guys, I don't know how the SEC is going to recover from this. By the time I show you everything we're going to go over in this video, you guys are going to understand that the SEC is absolutely toast, and if they don't understand this by now, I have no idea what's going on at the agency. This is from Wrath Economy. He said, my favorite line so far, the SEC apparently realizing belatedly the legal implications of its efforts to characterize the speech as personal outside activity of Hinman, sought to put the toothpaste back in the tube and rely on its self-contradictory lawyer argument. So right here, Ripple just absolutely flames the SEC for contradicting themselves on the Hinman speech. We know that Judge Nepper already came out and said that the SEC's argument on this topic was completely hypocritical. The SEC switched back and forth like 10 times, trying to say the Bill Hinman Ethereum Free Pass speech was first his personal opinion, then agency guided, then kind of his personal opinion, then kind of agency guided. The SEC is essentially making up arguments until one tries to fit. What the Ripple legal team did here was call the SEC out for trying to flip-flop on their argument simply because they did not like the repercussions of the argument they made. The SEC tried to come out and say that the speech was Bill Hinman's personal opinion, and because of that, the SEC was forced to hand over all the emails that led up to the speech. The SEC is now objecting to this, and the only reason they are doing that is because they did not like the outcome. Ripple's legal team is saying that the SEC can now not put the toothpaste back in the bottle simply because they did not like the result. I thought this was a great analogy and is a really great example of the Ripple lawyers just breaking this down nice and simple. The SEC is only changing their argument because they do not like how this case is going for them, and that is a horrible way to litigate a case. I wanted to point something else out though, because I thought this was absolutely awesome by the Ripple legal team. I never even could have thought of this in a million years. I guess that's why I'm not a lawyer, but right here, the Ripple legal team brings up an awesome point. They essentially point out that when the SEC actually filed this objection to Judge Torres, they never actually cited any new case law. So what the SEC did was they essentially filed their original motions to Judge Nepper using case law, and then Judge Nepper made her decision that the SEC did not agree with. When the SEC went to go appeal this decision to Judge Torres, they cited the same exact case law, and the Ripple legal team rightfully points out that the SEC never even had any new facts to bring to the court. The SEC simply disagrees with Judge Netburn's ruling, and because of that, they want an objection from Judge Torres. But the funny part about all of this is the SEC doesn't have any facts to show Judge Netburn did anything wrong. They're bringing the same facts to the table, so essentially what the SEC is doing here is they're just being crybabies. They did not like the ruling from Judge Netburn, so they're going to Judge Torres with the same facts, nothing new, nothing they can prove that Judge Netburn did wrong, and they're going to Judge Torres and they're saying, please make a different ruling. Guys, this is a horrible way to ask for an objection. They had to go to Judge Torres with new facts, say Judge Netburn messed up this, this, and this, here's the case law, this is why you should reverse her decision. That's not what the SEC did. They came back to Judge Torres with the same facts they gave Judge Netburn and said, we don't like what she did, please do something else. This is such a horrible way to come at this, and it's an absolute joke by the SEC. I think Judge Torres is going to eat them up for this, and guys, I love that Ripple pointed this out because I thought this was a great point. Let's keep moving though, and guys, I want to go over what I thought was actually the most important thing we learned in this filing, because this is absolutely huge and covers something that was being speculated on quite a bit, something that we were really hoping was true, but guys, I think we got the confirmation today, and guys, the fact that we got this confirmation literally proves that the SEC has zero chance in this case. Take a look at this. This is so big. Once again, in this filing, the Ripple legal team went out of their way to make this point. The drafts and communications may touch upon what and how much was previously told or not told to market participants about other digital assets that are similar to XRP or XRP itself. Right here, the Ripple legal team is once again hinting at the fact that the Hinman emails did include legal analysis of XRP. Guys, this is something that we have speculated on for a while now. In a previous ruling, the Ripple legal team actually made a very similar statement where they came out and said it is very likely that XRP was included in the Hinman emails. Well, guys, once again, they are bringing it up and saying, hey, we think XRP was mentioned in those emails. That's why we want to see the emails. This is huge because we have already seen multiple lawyers come out and say that if XRP was mentioned in those emails and Ripple can get their hands on those emails, that is game, set, match for the SEC. And now, once again, we have the Ripple legal team alluding to the fact that, yeah, XRP was mentioned in those emails. And you might be wondering, well, how does Ripple know if XRP was mentioned in the emails if they haven't seen the emails yet? Guys, John Deaton made a great point, and this is going to let you know, guys, Ripple knows what's in those emails, and they know XRP was mentioned. Take a look at this from John Deaton. Mary Jo White was chair of the SEC until Jan 2017. Clayton replaced her in May 2017. Andrew something was enforcement director until December 2016, now on Ripple's legal team. Matthew Solomon was enforcement chief litigation counsel until December 2016, now on Ripple's legal team. And I think I forgot to say, but Mary Jo White, who is chair of the SEC, is also on Ripple's legal team. They are all on Ripple's legal defense team now. They know. So John Deaton, just like me, just like Ashley Prosper, guys, we think that Ripple knows exactly what's in those emails. And guys, if they are hinting at the fact that XRP was mentioned, you better believe XRP is mentioned in there. And guys, the second the SEC is actually forced to hand over these emails to Ripple, and we're going to go over a timetable for that in a second, so make sure to stick around. Guys, the SEC is not going to do it. They're going to have to settle. How is the SEC going to go forward in a case where they are saying that Ripple should have known since 2013 that XRP was not a security, when in 2018, they themselves didn't think XRP was a security? Guys, this is going to prove that the SEC's entire case against Ripple was a complete fraud. Who knows why they did this? We're going to speculate a little bit on that at the end of this video. But guys, what we're seeing right now is absolute absurd behavior by this agency. How do you bring a case against a digital asset claiming that it was always a security since 2013 when you yourself were admitting in emails to market participants that you did not think it's a security? Guys, only the SEC could be this absurd, but let's keep moving and get into some dates because I'm sure you guys are highly interested in that. So guys, attorney Fred put out a tweet thread on this specific filing by Ripple, and he actually said he wasn't too jazzed up about it, mostly because he knows that Ripple's always been on the right side of this thing. He knows that there is no way the SEC is going to win this objection, so for him, although he did like seeing Ripple come out and roast the SEC, for him, it's just a big waste of time. He knows there's no way Judge Torres is actually going to overrule Judge Netburn, but when can we expect Judge Torres essentially to deny the SEC's objection to handing over the Bill Hinman Ethereum Free Pass emails? Well, he believes in his prediction is that we will get a ruling in the week of August 29th. That's right at the end of this month. Now, he goes on to say, and some of you guys are not going to like this, that he believes that the SEC will actually appeal this decision again to another circuit court. He believes the chances of the Second Circuit actually picking up this appeal is less than 10%. So he does not believe it's going to go anywhere with this appeal, but he does think the SEC is going to try again to appeal it. He thinks if that happens, that's going to take another 1 to 2 months before finally, around October to November, the SEC is once and for all going to be forced to hand over these emails. And guys, the only comment I really have on this is if the SEC really does plan on appealing to a second court, guys, they are going to know these emails have to get handed over. I really do think they are going to have to settle this case in this time frame. Guys, if the SEC isn't going to hand over these emails and they're going to be forced to, they only have one option to get out of it, and that's to settle the case. We have to see what goes on here. But guys, the only way the SEC would not settle this thing, because guys, how could it look worse for the SEC? They have to hand over documents that expose their own corruption. In the first month of this case, the judge literally came out and said, I think XRP has more utility than both Bitcoin and Ethereum, and the SEC doesn't think Bitcoin and Ethereum are securities, meaning that the judge likely thinks XRP is less of a security than the two things the SEC already said were not securities. And now we're looking at the fact that the SEC actually admitted in email that they themselves know XRP is not a security. Guys, at this point, the SEC would have to be absolutely insane to think they still have a chance in this case. The only shot they have of saving any kind of face in this case is to settle with Ripple. And that's when we get into my conspiracy theory, and that is the fact that the SEC set this case up to lose. So you might be thinking, that's absurd. Why would they do that? And guys, the only way we're actually going to find out if that's true is whether or not the SEC settles. The SEC has the power to settle this case whenever they want. If they tell Ripple that going forward, XRP is not a security, guys, Ripple is taking that settlement. They have to. It makes the most sense. It provides them with infinite clarity on XRP that the SEC could never appeal. The SEC can give Ripple a settlement whenever they want that gives forward-looking guidance for XRP. The only reason the SEC would not do that would be, one, if they're completely delusional and they actually still do believe they can win this case. I really don't think that's true. I understand they're pretty absurd over there, but guys, no one at the SEC thinks they're winning this case. Even lawyers who left the SEC as of recent have come out and said, we don't think the SEC can win this case. The SEC knows they're not winning this case. If they do not settle this case, guys, it had to be one of those landmark cases used to provide a standard going forward for what's a security and what is not. This would have had to be a setup. There's no other explanation. Why would the SEC take the beating of a lifetime when they could get out of this at any moment? It doesn't make any sense, guys. The SEC is not going to expose their own corruption for fun. They're not going to take a huge loss and not get any money out of Ripple for all the mud they've been dragged through over the last 2 years. Guys, if this thing does not settle and it actually goes to summary judgment, I am fully convinced this entire thing was a setup. Let me know what you think down in the comment section below, though. I'd love to know what you guys think. Guys, thank you so much for coming. It really means so much. Make sure to like and subscribe. And for now, Mickle out.